Hello everyone, my name is Maddie Y and today I will be performing my second persuasive speech on the topic of animal testing. So let's begin. Are you an animal lover? Do you believe that animals deserve the same level of respect as humans? Do you read the labels on products you buy or do research on the brands that produce them? Each year, over 110 million animals, including frogs, dogs, cats, rabbits, insects, monkeys, fish, and birds are killed in the United States laboratories as a result of animal testing. These animals are immobilized, isolated, mutilated, burned, poisoned, starved, shocked, and traumatized in unnecessary experiments and testing. 99% of the animals used in laboratories aren't included in federal animal protection laws. Between 2015 and 2019, over 300,000 animals covered under the Animal Welfare Act were subjected to painful experiments without pain relief. This is like going for open heart surgery and not even being given a Tylenol. Animal testing is cruel and inhumane practice that must be stopped completely. It is simply unethical, outdated, and wrong. Animal testing is immoral, inaccurate.
Thanks, Shelby.
I just
It's okay, keep going, we can cut that out. Keep going.
Animal testing is immoral, inaccurate, wasteful, and it's limiting scientific progress. It could be easily done away with through proper education and resources. There is no need to keep this literally ancient method around any longer than it already has been. Would you be okay with your pet being forced to become addicted to drugs? How about being used, hurt, and killed for the sake of experiments that don't even work? If you wouldn't want it done to your own pet, what makes it okay to do to other innocent animals? Animal testing goes against the very morals that were instilled in us during our childhoods. Respect, fairness, kindness, and empathy go out the window every time an animal is tested on. Animals cannot consent to what is being done to them, nor would they ever if they had the ability. A major poll found that 52% of adults oppose animal testing, and it suggests that those in favor of it only feel that way because they wrongfully believe that it is necessary due to misinformation. A common misconception about animal testing is that it's simply just doing animals' makeup, but unfortunately this could not be farther from the truth. 100% of animal experiments result in the animal being hurt, killed, or psychologically disturbed. Many animals are not even given anesthesia or painkillers. This is absolutely unacceptable. Innocent animals are being taken advantage of simply because they cannot say no or fight back. Just like humans, they have emotions, they think, and they feel pain. All animals are worthy of fair treatment. Their lack of a voice is not a reason to exploit and mistreat them. They have dignity too, and they have done nothing to deserve what is happening to them. If animal testing is so common and widely used, it must be the best way, right? Wrong. Not only is animal testing cruel, but it's also extremely inaccurate. People are not animals. We have completely different anatomy and bodily processes. And this is why 95% of all new drugs pass animal testing but fail miserably in human trials. These experiment results are almost invalid from the moment the experiment begins. 92% of drugs that pass animal testing never even hit the market. We wouldn't test drugs made for animals on humans, so why are we testing drugs for humans on animals? Also, it's expensive to be this wrong. It can take 10 years of animal tests and $3 million for a single pesticide to get registered as safe for human use in the United States. It's simply unnecessary. In 2018, over 100 million animals were used in tests and experiments. However, only a measly 59 drugs were accepted into the market. The U.S. drug industry invests $50 billion annually. That's a lot of money. But somehow we have the exact same drug approval rate as we did in the 1970s. What a waste of taxpayer money and valuable resources. The cosmetics industry is a close second when it comes to waste. over 90% of cosmetic ingredients considered by the CIR expert panel were found to be safe in cosmetic products. So why are we still conducting these completely unnecessary experiments? Things don't have to be this way. There are so many better alternatives available that don't involve hurting animals in any way, shape, or form. Animal testing is an ancient method, dating all the way back to 300 BC. You would think that there's no way it would still be around. Technology has advanced tremendously, yet we are still stuck in centuries past. Animal testing is limiting scientific progress, and it's hindering new innovations. There are so many alternatives to animal testing that are cruelty-free, cheaper, and much, much more accurate. In vitro testing methods are done outside of a living organism, and they cause no harm whatsoever. For example, instead of testing a new shampoo by inserting it into a rabbit's eye, in vitro testing would use lab-grown human skin cells. This way, the shampoo is tested on its target audience, humans, but without animals being hurt. 3D printing, computer models, and robots are all ways that animals can be replaced. Any human anatomy can be replicated through today's advanced technology. Animals are simply not needed, and they haven't been for a while. There are no downsides of banning animal testing. It would be a decision that would benefit science, animal rights, and research as a whole. This change would save millions of animals from wrongful and unnecessary pain and suffering. It would increase experimental accuracy through its many alternatives and new, more innovative methods. We must no longer sit back and do nothing while innocent animals are used and discarded. Every life is important, no matter how big or small. Animals bring so much love and joy to our lives, so why do we treat them like their lives mean nothing? Animal testing is morally wrong. It is a cruel practice, and it must be stopped at all costs. But here's the good news. You can do your part to advocate for a ban. Step number 1 is raising awareness. As I previously mentioned, most people don't know the true extent of animal testing and what really goes down in these experiments. Telling other people the facts is so important to get others to join the fight. No decent person could hear these things and still support them. Secondly, pay attention to what you're buying. Only use cruelty-free products with labels from brands like Cruelty Free International, Leaping Bunnies, or Beauty Without Bunnies. And put pressure on your local representatives to support legislation banning animal testing. I encourage all of you to be a part of the change. Be the voice for those who don't have one. Thank you.